Hello and welcome everyone to the show. My name is Meps. This is Spittle.
Hi.
And we are previewing Skimming tonight.
I
for
can't hear
DC
myself
Universe
in my
Online.
mic.
I think you're fine.
Did you mute me in some
no,
way?
you're used to being too loud, and this board's a little different.
I'm never too loud.
Is that better?
I'm never too loud.
They could still hear you fine.
I heard they were
promise.
giving me crap for being late, and you were throwing me under the bus.
Yeah, well, we didn't know where you were.
I was getting coffee.
So
And
we had
the
to
reason
find
I
you.
got coffee, by the way, and I saw some of the chat comments here about my shirt. Somebody's like, "Oh, Star Wars, how original!" Hashtag how original. How original to make a snarky comment, put a hashtag in front of it. So, I had the Star Wars shirt on, and I decided I had to go get my Batman coffee mug filled up so that you didn't yell at me about wearing something that wasn't DC related. So I needed to go get some DC coffee.
Some
in
DC
my
coffee.
coffee mug.
What flavor of coffee are you drinking, sir? Because that's what this stream is about.
Coffee flavored.
Did you
coffee.
put any milk in it?
Of course I put milk.
What kind of milk did you put in it?
You know what? I put some skim milk.
Skim milk in your coffee.
Hey, spoiler! Wore the Light 2 starting screen here.
I think it would have been a lot cooler if we just let
There's
people
the power
see it
battery on Xamaron.
instead of explaining it to them.
Holy smoke. Look at that.
That's
Anyway.
also not what the stream is about. We are here today to show you...
Skimming.
That's almost in my mouth.
Skimming.
To show the,
Okay, this is where it breaks down.
the microphone.
This is where if we were recording something, Pez Fedora would make us start over.
Well, this is
But
live.
we're live.
There's
We
no
can't
starting
do it.
over.
No starting over, Josh.
We're previewing Skimming, a new movement variant coming to...
Movement, yes.
Variant.
A movement mode variant.
Coming to DC Universe Online.
And
sometime.
I've created a character called Skim Milk to
was not his
demo
idea.
this. I already have a character named Skim Milk on one of the other servers, but I wasn't thinking I was going to couple it here, so thanks for that, Josh. Okay, anyway, I was flattered that he thought of the whole milk connection.
Yeah.
That I should do that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about it, and then he came up with Skim.
Exactly.
So, perfect.
All right, so we're going to show you Skimming today. So Skimming is a movement mode variant. Let me explain what a movement mode variant is.
Please.
So that if people don't know. So we have 3 movement modes that launched with the game. Flight, acrobatics, and super speed.
Right.
Those are the only movement modes we've ever had in the game to date. This is going to change. So what we are really taking is flight and acrobatics and super speed are each going to be put into, they're actually going to be a subcategory of a larger movement mode group. So for instance, now that we have flight and its movement mode variant skimming, it's really going to be called aerial movement modes. And this is important, and I'll get to why. Because when you see a race now as a skimmer or a flyer, it will say like Master Aerial Movement Mode Challenge.
So they're shared.
Exactly. They're shared. So, you don't have a whole separate set of races or anything like that. Flyers and skimmers all do the same races because they are both aerial movement modes. And you'll see a similar change once we do movement mode variants for super speed and acrobatics, which we are planning on doing. So, at the flight and skimming sort of major parent group is aerial. We're thinking whatever, joins acrobatics. Those are nimble, kind of styles. All these names are TBD. And whatever joins super speed are swift movement mode types. Okay, so there's a new kind of thing, a movement mode type. Skimming is a type of aerial movement mode, as is flight. Okay, so you're going to share races and all that kind of stuff.
All right. Do you want to talk about the tree?
Yeah, okay. So the tree, also as a movement mode variant, flight and skimming share the same skill tree. So there isn't any kind of new functionality or anything like that in here. These are all the same movement skill abilities that you're used to. These are now aerial skills that you can spec out in. And there are going to be some animation changes to make some of these unique to skimming and flight.
Okay.
But their functionality is the same. They don't actually change what they do. It just changes how they look, which is exactly what skimming does. There's really no difference between performance-wise of a flyer and a skimmer.
Right.
They're both aerial movement modes.
And that's what makes it a variant.
That's what makes it a variant, not a new movement mode type. Okay? So, nobody wants to see me running around here on the ground, do they? They want to see me.
They want to see you fly.
Actually,
skimming.
Okay, here we are in the pose where I'm poised up onto the discs here that are on my feet. Okay, They used to use the kind of arrow discs that are from Mr. Miracle, inspired by Mr. Miracle here. And as I move around, I can actually take off and start skimming through the air. And you can see as I turn left and right, my feet shift around and adjust. So we'll buzz these people here who are touring around the Superman statue. You know what I always noticed about the Superman statue?
What?
It seems kind of ghetto that they couldn't actually get a paved path from the sidewalk in the entrance to the park over here. It's just a bunch of worn out dirt, you know?
I think it's natural and nice.
Well, yeah.
I
I mean,
mean,
it actually does kind of look like the parks in Washington at this point.
People
like, I
keep
think the
coming in
National
here-
Mall is mostly dirt.
Flying over it, without any regard for anyone else.
So here's what it looks like from the front as you're flying around. Whoop. Okay, and now when you go up, okay, you're going to have a little kind of upward animation
Oh,
that
hey,
you
how
do.
about some sound? That might be better.
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
And then if you go down, you're going to be having a kind of a grindy animation as you go down, too. What I really love, let me pull the camera back here, is as you go over the water, it's kind of skimming on the water and everything like that.
I like how you go from left to right foot as you change
Isn't that
directions.
neat? Yeah, so you change directions, you go from left to right foot. You know, if you do this properly, you can kind of, you
Ice
can
skate?
almost ice skate, yeah. What's the guy's name? It's not Sonny Bono, but that's all I can think of right now. Shako Ono? Who's the Olympic skater for the U.S.? I forget his
Apollo?
name. Apollo Ono, that's it.
That's exactly who you are. Go up high. Go really high.
No, I want to skim around here. All right, so this is me just moving around gently doing the skimming mode, normal, kind of as you were doing normal flight. Then we also have boost mode, which you go into.
Then you can hit trees.
You could hit trees, I suppose, if you were really bad at it, but I'm not. So I'm going in here. Let me move my camera back in so you can see the character. And this controls very much like the flight one. And of course you can do the up animation as well. Pull back on the stick, just go straight up. There we go. And then when you're actually doing the grind, going down, you're doing a cool, almost like you're snowboarding down there. And then when you level off, it does this nice transition into the actual normal skimming mode.
Beautiful
go.
new animations.
Yeah.
Customize your character further.
Yes, so this can set you apart as a flyer and give a little different kind of background and feel to your character as you're going through here. It's very fun. I enjoy it, just flying a little differently than I have in the past in DC. And I specifically enjoy it when I'm going through areas like this, like the park, and hugging the contours of the land. You know what you're doing as a flyer? You're kind of like smacking your belly on the ground and everything like this. This just feels awesome in comparison. When you're kind of going over the rocks and stuff like that. So this is like a really immersive and super fun and just very graceful flight variant aerial movement mode.
So
I
a lot of
really
people
like it.
are asking if the disc can be colored.
Nope. These discs are white on your feet. We do have, oh God, can I say?
Tentative plans.
Yeah. All right. So we're talking about tentative plans. I want to do a new system eventually called Movement Mode Appearance Items, and it allows you to customize your character's method of travel so that if you're like a mental guy, it would be awesome if you could have mental discs under your feet, or if you're an earth guy, you could have rocks under your feet here. So we do have plans to do that for each of the movement mode types, all the aerial, swift, and nimble movement modes, that you would be able to customize them in a way where you can kind of make them more tailored to your character. So if you're a fire guy, you can get kind of flaming emanations here, flaming discs underneath you, or maybe magma ones, who knows.
So that's potentially the future.
Potentially
not right
the
now.
future, but not right now. So we are keeping these a little more neutral in preparation for a system like that.
People want to see combat.
Oh yeah, I want to see combat too. All right, let's go over to. I'm a villain, so I need to go find an area where I can. Oh, sorry, folks, I just blew your eardrums out. Need to go find an area. Oh, there is no combat out here in Phantom Zone. Oh, yes, there is.
Mr. Luther wants to...
Here we go. Okay. So obviously here I'm a one-handed guy.
Protect the
So you can
perimeter.
see my animations normally when I'm doing the one-handed stuff. Okay. If I'm actually in my movement mode, I I wish I could have some
Let's
flyers.
get it done.
You actually do full body animations. So unlike Flight, where you're doing kind of the upper body
twisting.
Yeah, exactly. We call it partitioning. So unlike Flight, where you do partitioned animations, you actually do full body.
Notify
Don't
me.
let them. I could go downtown, and I think there's some more flyers over there, so it'd be better. Because the discs, the arrow discs, actually provide a platform for you to stand on.
Right.
You're standing on them right now as you're flying through the air. So when you're actually doing combat in the air, you're doing full body animations here. Okay, so like when you're doing bow and stuff like that, it looks amazing. When you're doing all the flurry shot stuff, then you do a little flip and everything like that. These they're like basically the ground. You can plant off them and get all the leverage you need. So you do full body animations while you're going through the air. It's pretty awesome in my opinion. I really like it a lot. I think there are some spirits down here in Glen Morgan Square. Maybe we can get a couple of those flyers.
Sounds good.
Can you clip on the discs? You can. Yeah, it's still combat. Combat's combat. You can still clip and do all that kind of stuff. The movement mode isn't going to constrain anything in that way.
I'm innocent. I
There's some
swear.
flyers. Let's see if we can. Oh, they're friendly to me. That's right.
Do you want to spawn a tech avatar?
Sure, go ahead. You have the number handy.
I have it memorized,
assume.
sir. Point open space.
Okay.
No,
What if I point
please.
building?
I'm innocent. I swear.
There we go.
Might want to.
Might want to what?
I don't know if you're gonna die or not. I don't know
Probably.
what level you are. Hey, they're helping. That's nice of them.
I got no Brick. Come here, Brick. Brick doesn't have discs.
I'm innocent.
Brick can
I've done
fly on
nothing
his
wrong.
own. So yeah. Oh, I'm like.
So you're in the tech
beside
avatar.
him right there.
Stop! I didn't do anything to
So yeah,
anybody.
when you fight on these things and you're in the air, you're doing it like you're standing on the ground because the discs act as the ground. So there you go. Yeah, you're inside this guy. I don't know why. There you go. So
All
there's
right.
a little bit of combat.
There's some combat for you. Now the big question though
There are no,
is
somebody asked in there, are there feats associated with the races
Sure.
for this? No, these are the same races. If you've done them as a flyer, you don't have to redo them as a skimmer, and you still retain those feats. There are no new ones. Don't expect to buy the movement mode variant and all of a sudden have a whole slew of movement mode feats to get. You don't.
Right.
It's a variant.
They are
It's
shared.
all. That's why we're changing the names of the races and the things like that to be aerial, right? So if you've done them as any of the aerial variants, flight and skimming, you've got credit for them. You won't be able to do them again and get extra skill points out of doing that.
Run!
do you want to kill him?
No.
Okay.
Well, you can if you want.
That's what I meant.
I don't want to sit here and kill him. It'll take me forever.
I'm innocent. I've done nothing wrong.
Oh. Get him. I got him. Look at
Nice
that.
job.
Boom. Critically.
Nice job.
Oh, my goodness. I'm a mean bully.
Oh my gosh! You just
Beating
murdered
up
that
a lady
woman
in the dress. That's
on the
terrible.
live stream.
I
We see
know.
your true colors. Okay, so people are going to ask the questions. How do I get skimming?
Okay.
Right.
You would,
So if you're a member, how do you get skimming?
you have it automatically as a member. Just like in any other piece of DLC, you get that access to that as a member.
Yes.
So you can create a new character as a member without having to make any kind of additional purchase or anything like that. If you already have a character, then you will need to buy a respect token in order to, however, you can acquire it. In the various ways you can get respect tokens. You will need to do that in order to get over to the skimming mode.
On existing characters.
On existing characters.
So it's
Exactly.
just like the other movement modes. You respec over and you have access if you're a member. If you're not a member,
Get with the program, recruit.
okay. If you're not a member, then it is, of course, available on the marketplace as a separate purchase to get access.
Look
then
lively,
the wrong
recruit.
You
side.
have
This isn't
access
okay.
to skimming.
They're
and
aiding the Sinestro
you
Corps.
can
Arrest them.
then create a character with it, or again,
Hold
use a
this
respect
line,
token to switch
recruit.
over.
I bet I could
aiding
take
What
the
other
Sinestro
questions?
Corps. Even with
What are the
a
questions you got
respect.
out there?
Yes, sir.
Look at all the
Ramirez,
headless clients.
take
If you're
point.
wondering, people, what is going on, these are all headless clients. These are all the random. We have this thing called CC Random, which lets you kind of randomly choose make a character, and you can see a lot of CC Random characters running around here acting like headless clients. This is how we test server stability and stuff.
How does one get a respect token? In the marketplace, just like skimming is in the marketplace if you are not a member.
Do we sell those on vendor or no?
On the loyalty vendor?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you can still get it with your loyalty points and all that kind of stuff too. So being a member, save up your loyalty points if you want to try this out and get a respect token on one of your characters.
You picked the wrong side, Fear.
A lot of people ask about the tree, which we already looked at. It's
Yep, let's show them again,
Show it
just
again.
to make sure. The skill tree is the same as it is for flight. We are going to be changing some of the animations associated with a few of these powers to make them look better in the flight mode, but they are the same. Functionally, all the same.
lots of when is it coming out, which we cannot tell you yet.
Oh, cannot tell you. Oh, and there
We don't know.
a couple of final polish items, by the way. Like you can see right here, the discs are actually on the tip of his toes, and they're angled the wrong direction. So those will be angled more like it is right there on that left foot, where it's kind of forward, so you get a little more propelling you forward kind of thing. So
Do you need to respec even if you already fly? Yes, you do.
yes, this is, if you were to go to character create, you would see flight, skimming, acrobatics, super speed. Okay, all movement mode variants in the sense of movement mode respec tokens and character creation, what it says in your character, what kind of character you are, is considered a different movement mode.
Yeah. So related question, can you switch back and forth between flight and skimming? You can with a respec token.
Correct.
Right. It's just like the others. Lots of people asking to see the actual powers.
No.
No.
We don't have all the final animations for
Okay.
the
We're not
powers.
ready to show you that.
Not ready to show you that yet. They're still working on those. All I'm going to be showing you is some other stuff. And by the way, we want to change a couple of the animations associated with flight too, because some of them just don't make any sense. So we're going to be doing a couple of changes here for the animations on the skill tree powers, and we don't have those in yet, so I'm not going to show you those now.
A couple of questions about styles, which we're not going to have the answers for, but I'll follow up and get an answer to that. What wings do when you're skimming?
I don't know if I have any wings on this character.
Yeah, I doubt it. You would, but we can find out.
No, I don't. No.
We don't have the price. We don't know what the price will be yet, so we cannot answer that question yet here today. This is just a preview. Will there be a super rare vault drop matching the other movement modes? Good question.
What is that? I'm not even
Like a Joker
remembering what that
jetpack
is.
to switch you to flight when you equip it.
Oh, no plans on that right now. We did not do that. No. Boy, I thought we covered everything too.
I think, yeah,
But we did. We missed that one.
Yeah.
So
good opportunity for the future, maybe.
yes, good opportunity for the future. Thank you for the suggestion. We didn't consider that. We tried to cover all our bases, but that one probably slipped our mind with all the other things we had to consider.
Are we
So
planning?
certainly not something we were gonna turn around immediately.
Yeah. Are we planning any Legends characters with skimming?
I see what you did there. I announced the next 8 Legends characters, and they do not skim. So there is no plans in the immediate. There are no plans in the immediate future to do a character with skimming in Legends. In other words, no, Mr. Miracle is not yet on the docket.
All right, that looks to be a bunch of the questions we have answered. Just getting repeats now. So again, this is skimming. This is coming to a DC Universe Online live server near you in the medium future.
The medium future. That's good.
It's not the near future, but it's just a little bit out.
I got it.
Yeah.
You didn't need to further explain that.
Oh,
beauty.
I thought you were confused.
No. Why I always assume I'm confused?
A cosmetic movement mode variant, which we think people will very much enjoy, customizing their characters and flying in a whole different way. Do you have anything else to add?
Not really. Just, I appreciate you, Ted. I just wanted you to know that.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you. And I appreciate all of you for tuning in and seeing this quick preview. We appreciate it. We don't have any news about GU41 or DLC 12 or anything else that you're asking about right now. So we're going to go ahead and end this.
Although,
What?
Hold on. We have no news.
We have no
DLC
news.
12,
We have
but there was
this-
some mist over there you saw.
this-
But look at that!
Small teaser about DLC 12.
What's going on here? Oh my
which is,
God! It's
of
Amaron
course,
Power Battery.
War of the Light Part 2, but we have no information at this time. All right. Well, again, thank you guys for joining us. And make sure you're following our Twitch channel here so you don't miss any of these streams ever, even if they're not announced. Some of those coming up. And we'll see you next time.
Ninja streams.
Yeah. Ninja streams. All right. See you next time.
Sony.